Okay, what is going on, everybody? What's up? DSP here live on the stream. Today is Saturday, August 26, 2017. I welcome you all to my gameplay stream for today. This is Call of Duty World War II Private Beta for the second day in a row. Yesterday, I basically got my first taste of, what the game has to offer. This beta has several modes: Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint, and War. Out of all those, the most interesting is definitely War, because it is a new game mode that has not been in Call of Duty previously. Featuring several waves of action. First, you gotta capture a building or defend the building. Then you have to build a bridge or stop the enemy from building the bridge. Then you have to plant a bomb or defuse the bomb. And then you have to protect or keep people away from a tank that moves, which is very similar to the moving payloads in Overwatch. So, pretty interesting game mode. I definitely like it. And I've definitely, so far, have really enjoyed the throwback feel of the game. Does it feel exactly like the original Call of Duty 1 and 2? No. But at the same time, having the older weapons, not having double jumping, wall running, back flipping, summoning fucking dogs and, drones and stupid shit like that, not having all that garbage makes the game feel a lot better, in my opinion. Then again, those are the games that I really played at the start of the burgeoning era of first-person shooters. It was those classic feeling World War II style shooters that made the first-person shooter genre popular in a lot of ways in the early to mid-2000s. So, for me, this game is a cool throwback, and I like it a lot, so far. Now, I haven't been doing great, I'll be honest. My kill-death ratios have been pretty terrible, but that's because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to playing these kind of game, and also, playing on console. I'm playing it, and I'm like, oh, my aim is so off. I'm remembering, back to another era of my life when I was very much a PC gamer. Earlier in my life, I used to be a PC hobbyist. I built gaming PCs. And I used to play these games on PC. Call of Duty 1 and 2, I both played on my gaming rig back then with mouse and keyboard. And boy, is the aiming better with mouse and friggin' keyboard, let me tell you. For those of you who only play on consoles, you have no idea the world of, control that you are sacrificing to play these kind of games on console. So for me, I'm like, oh my god, my aim is so bad. My aim is so bad. I remember I used to play on mouse and keyboard. I'd be able to aim so much better. And it gets frustrating to a point, but I'm more frustrated at myself, than the game. It's not the game's fault that I am doing terribly and not able to aim and play well, because I'm just not used to playing this kind of a game on a console, okay? So, that's the deal, folks. Yesterday I played it for around 3 hours or so, explored all the different game modes, really liked it, and today I'm excited to jump in again. What I'm going to do first off is try to create more of a custom loadout, because I definitely earned more unlock tokens and stuff in yesterday's session that I did not get to use. So I'm probably going to try to take advantage of that today, maybe unlock some more stuff with the custom loadout. Maybe unlock a new gun, right? And see what we can do. That's the cool thing about this beta, is that there's a lot of stuff in it that you can unlock and check out, so. So, that's the deal. That's what we're doing today on stream. About 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay of Call of Duty World War II. You may be wondering, because this was a big experiment yesterday. Yesterday when I uploaded my footage of this beta to DSPGaming, the big test was, would these videos be demonetized on YouTube? There's been a lot of talk on YouTube about videos being demonetized, in particular, videos regarding guns, shooting, and war-style gameplay. So any, first-person shooter, is getting, demonetized. In particular, there are YouTubers who pretty much only cover Call of Duty, and I know in 2017 that sounds very bizarre, but they still exist. There's YouTubers who still are one-trick ponies and only cover one particular IP, And these YouTubers earlier this year were trying to cover Call of Duty World War II. They were trying to do like, you know, first look videos or analyzation videos of the gameplay we've seen so far. And when they were doing this, their videos were all getting demonetized, okay? So, that being said, it was a big test for me to see, gee, if I release these videos, will they be demonetized or not? Well, there's good news and bad news, folks. The good news is, not a single video of my Call of Duty footage so far has been demonetized. They all still have ads on them. They're playing, they're fine, no problems, okay? Now, if you really want to know what I think one of the reasons why my videos were not demonetized, well, guess what? I did not put World War II or WW2 or WWII in the title nor in the tags. What I did is I said WW, then I put a space, and then I put II in the tags and in the title of the video. Now, of course, for online search for YouTube, that means that probably no one's ever going to find the videos in search ever. Like, you'll never see my gameplay in search because it doesn't technically say World War II at all. Alright? But, because I did that, I think the algorithm missed the videos. But here's the downside of that, folks. The videos have, like, no views. And that's kind of sad because this gameplay is good, in my opinion. Those of you who were on stream yesterday really liked it. You were having a lot of fun. You were like, wow, this is, you know, pretty good. Phil playing an FPS, and it's entertaining to watch. It's a different kind of game. It's a throwback. People on the stream really enjoyed it. But pretty much, you know, like I said, on YouTube, not very good performance at all for these videos. So, it seems like that's the trade-off. If you hide your videos from YouTube's demonetization algorithm, your videos will have ads on them. The problem is, then no one watches them. So, what a great trade-off, right? So it seems like you're damned if you do or you're damned if you don't. The good news is I'm only going to play this a few sessions. I'm definitely playing this today. I may play this again one more time on Monday if I really have fun today. We'll see how it goes today. But I was kind of planning on playing it a few times this weekend because the beta is only yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Monday anyway. Then it turns off all weekend, and I believe they're turning it back on next weekend. So, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. It sucks that obviously the videos on YouTube can't get any traction because I have to fucking hide them. But it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, so that's today. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff. But most notably later tonight, number one, I'm going to be uploading a new episode of DSP Tries It to the King of Hate vlog. So if you'd like to see a new episode of me trying out a new fast food item, that'll be going live on DSP, on the King of Hate vlogs later tonight. And, I'll be filming reviews, or at least I'm going to be trying to film reviews. We'll see how it goes, because it all depends on how my voice holds out. And, you know, I don't think it'll be too taxing on this stream, because I don't need to talk too much when I'm playing Call of Duty. But, you know, later, after filming one or two reviews back-to-back, my voice might give out. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, I'm going to try to film reviews for Agents of Mayhem, Sonic Mania, and possibly even Uncharted The Lost Legacy later tonight. And those are going to start to be uploaded to KO Gaming as early as tonight. And I'll probably spread them out so it's not like 100 reviews in one day. But I think I will work on that, okay? So finally, I will have some time to freaking, to do these, which I know people have been waiting and waiting and waiting for these. And they're, you know, a lot of people are upset. I haven't uploaded a video to KO Gaming since May, alright? I get that. But there's good reason. I mean, number one, the fact that there were no new releases during the summer. And number two, the fact that YouTube demonetized all my videos on KO Gaming anyway. So, you know. Pretty stupid. I see we have a group of trolls today in the stream chat, so no worries. Dealing with that right now. Cleaning it up a little bit. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So that's really it. I really don't have much else to talk about. Tomorrow we'll be doing Ultra Street Fighter 2, folks. So for those who have a fighting game craving, that will be tomorrow. I'll also be uploading more Ultra Street Fighter 2 videos tonight to DSP Gaming for those who are interested. Okay? Alright, a couple shout-outs to do, and then a couple plugs to do, and then we can get started. Alright? So, shout-outs. Let's see. So, Alexander Rossi did a 50-bit cheer, and he says, what was the most recent Call of Duty game you thought was good? You seem to have hated the last few years. Online, multiplayer, it's been a while, man. Probably at least 3 years or more. I remember Black Ops 3 not being horrible, but also not being good. What was the one that had the freaking constant air dashing? Wasn't that freaking, I think that was Advanced Warfare. Like, it wasn't awful, but it was so stupid that you had to constantly just jump and air dash in order to even do well in the game. It was so dumb. It's just not what first-person shooters are supposed to be about. I mean, really, if you're talking... Shit, I'm really trying to think back now. I mean, Modern Warfare 3 wasn't bad, but it certainly wasn't as good as, in my opinion, Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Black Ops 2 also wasn't bad. I would say, yeah, probably either Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops 2. The multiplayer was okay. But any of the recent games, Ghosts was the worst. Infinite Warfare last year was just god-awful. It just has not been a good time recently. What they did with it was just to become what I like to call a Twitch shooter. Meaning, there's no actual strategy, there's no actual skill. It's just pick an overpowered weapon, twitch your aim quickly towards someone because it's auto-aim anyway, get your cheap-ass kill, right? And or just fucking camp to get a kill streak and then get these insanely overpowered kill streaks and win. It was lame. That's not what first-person shooters are about, man. But, you know, again, I grew up in a different era. An era when it was the old-school shooter. So, yeah. Shout out to Hollow11 who did a 20-bit cheer. Thank you. Black Mage C-Type did a 10-bit cheer, and he says, seeing as you pretty much never show up in the YouTube searches anyway, I doubt that renaming the Call of Duty World War II playthrough vids will make much of a difference in views anyway. Yeah, I know. It sucks. DSP Gaming has almost completely fallen out of YouTube search at this point. Because I don't cater to the YouTube methods that make you profile well in YouTube search or related videos. You know, most people who watch my stuff are pretty much just my hardcore fans. Those who've been around for a while or those who just know about me and come and watch the videos I put out no matter what I'm playing versus the casual YouTube viewer who's searching for a game in search pretty much never finds my stuff anymore. So. Alright, shout out to Game Master 2003 is Dead who did a 60-bit cheer. Just how's life? Life's alright. My voice is a little rough today, but... oh, it's more like a little gunked up than anything else. What can you do? Goldie Colts did a 70-bit cheer. He says cheers. Game Master 2003 did another 100-bit cheer. Thank you. Real Pet Chicken did a 40-bit cheer. He says, I want to say thanks again for all the great Street Fighter 2 videos. I wish connections on the game were better, but when the connection's good, you show your true skills. Can't wait for the next videos. Hell, there'll be more tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be making a new batch on stream, so. Shout out to Framework 11 who did a 10-bit cheer. Thank you, Framework. Alright, so I got a few things to talk about, folks. First of all, today is the 26th of August. If you're not aware, there's 5 days left in the month. That means there's only 5 days left to pledge to my Patreon. And sadly, I don't have good news. A few people did pledge recently, which was good. And it put us to under $200 under the monthly goal. Well, last night, a bunch of people lowered their pledges from last month. Because now we're realizing it's near the end of the month, right? And because it's near the end of the month, now people are going to say, oh, I pledged big last month, and I don't really care about this month's goal or whatever. So then they lower their pledges at the end of the month. So now we're more than $200 away from the goal again. And folks, I've been telling you this for the past 2 weeks. No exaggeration. At this point, I need your support more than ever. This September, I'm going to be financially strapped because my taxes are due and because YouTube ad revenue was very low in the month of July. I can tell you this month ad revenue is getting better. In fact, as of like last week, I noticed that ad revenue is higher, more than likely because guess what? We're heading into the hardcore gaming season. We're heading into the season where you're going to see more video games and stuff like that advertised, and therefore ad revenue is going to spike again. But the problem here is that I've got my taxes due and all my normal bills, and I'm going to make a lot less money because July ad revenue was so low on YouTube. I'm in trouble, and I need your help, all right? And Patreon is money that I rely on every single month to pay my bills, like the electric bill, the internet bill, you know, games in particular, all the new games coming out that I'm going to have to afford. And the fact that at this point we've got a $200 deficit is a bad thing. Very bad. I hope with 5 days left, people will rally, okay, and hopefully we'll pledge. I don't even know what else to say, you know. The goal this month is for a Halloween horror marathon, which I've done the past 2 years, and people really like. It's not like the goal this month was something shitty. But, you know, I don't know what to do to convince you guys to pledge at this point. I really need the help, and it's a great goal. You know, being able to nominate and vote on the horror games I'll be playing on Halloween, and I'm voting on what kind of Halloween costume I'll be wearing. Yes, Vendatus. Vendatus says, taxes due in September is weird. Yes, that is because, guess what? I'm self-employed. And when you're self-employed every 3 months in the United States, you have to pay taxes. If you don't, if you only pay taxes once a year in a lump sum, you get tons of fines. I know that sounds really stupid, but you do. The government basically just wants their money constantly. You know, if you're a salaried employee at a job, they take your taxes out every paycheck. So the government gets their taxes pretty much every time you get paid. But for the self-employed, it's every 3 months, the big lump payment. So, yes, folks, please consider, if you have not, pledging to my Patreon, patreon.com/darksidephil. I really need the help, and the goal is a good one this month. There's 5 days left, all right? There's still time. There's still 5 days for you guys to rally and pledge. And I'll be honest, last month, this exactly happened too, okay? You know, a situation where we were very close to not hitting the goal, and then we had a few people who stepped up last minute, and we hit the goal. Maybe it'll happen again this month. I don't know. You know, but I'm just throwing that out there, all right? Number 2, you know my Teespring store exists. It's a bunch of shirts and merch and stuff. Check it out. Good stuff. And anything you buy there, I get a pretty good commission from, all right? And then also, excuse me. Oh, by the way, I should say shout out to an anonymous $5 tip that said, have a nice stream, DSP. And shout out to Mort, who did a $2 tip. And basically did another troll message, which I'm not going to read. There you go. All right. So last but not least, folks, if you're watching today's live stream, if you're enjoying today's live stream, if you're having fun with it, and you're like, man, I would really like to see Phil continue to be able to live stream daily, to keep doing on-demand videos on YouTube daily, to make this, you know, not only his hobby, but his profession. We support the effort. And you're having fun, and there's like something awesome going on stream, and you want to celebrate it or whatever, you can cheer, you can sub to the channel, or you can tip me, all right? If you do those things, I will give you a verbal shout out during the course of the stream. Now, if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, I will give you, well, there will be a visual, you know, thank you, like, message on the screen as well. So you'll basically be getting visual recognition as well as verbal recognition, double recognition, if you do it at those levels, all right? Now, if you have the option, if you have the freedom to choose which of these things you'd like to do during today's stream, I would sincerely appeal to you to please tip me. The reason being, as I just mentioned, September is going to be very financially troublesome for me, And if you tip me, that's money that I get right now. I'll be able to spend it on bills in September, which is what I need it for. If you cheer or sub, it's still good. And I'm certainly not looking a gift horse in the mouth. However, I have to wait 2 months to see any of that stuff. Okay? So please consider, if you have not, and you're going to contribute today, please consider tipping if you can. All right? I would appreciate that. That being said, we got a couple cheers. All right? Golden Colts did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Golden Colts. Rob Contreras 3 did a 105-bit cheer, and he says, do you realistically see yourself doing this for the rest of your life? I wouldn't mind a life where I could play games all day, but realistically, it's not in the cards. If you could do it, though, more power to you, because clearly you are. Listen, I'm not, no bones about it. There's no way that I'm thinking in my head that for the rest of my life, I'm going to be able to play video games for a living. I'm going to get older. My hand-eye coordination is going to get thrown off. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't going to last forever. I certainly enjoy doing it now while I can, and I want to do it for as long as I can. As I said many times in the past, I wanted to diversify myself into doing other stuff, like maybe starting my own business outside of the YouTube and Twitch streaming thing, but it just never happened. Since I moved to Washington, it was just like setback after setback, whether it was, YouTube changing their algorithm in 2014 that screwed me over and made me lose a ton of views. In 2015, all the false copyright strikes that I got struck with, which forced me to delete videos and then made me fall out of YouTube search algorithm. The YouTube adpocalypse that happened earlier this year. It just seems like every time that I get in a position where, okay, now it looks steady, now it looks stable, now maybe I can say, okay, here's what I can afford and here's what I can't afford and everything, then another disaster happens. It certainly hasn't been a stable thing these past few years since I moved to Washington. It kind of sucks. But who knows what the future will hold, folks. I can't look forward in my crystal ball and say, oh, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. I just got to stick in there. And I want to say thank you to those of you who have, and who are here on the streams. And, you guys are awesome for allowing me to keep doing this, right? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Shout out to Game Master who did another 100-bit cheer. Shout out to Griffinbox who did a 40-bit cheer, excuse me. Griffinbox is saying, when you get back on your feet financially, what's the first thing you want to do to move forward in life? Listen, at this point, and I'm being real here, I'm not even thinking forward that far because there's no point. Every time that I tried to make plans in my life for the next step, it hasn't happened. Like I said, it's like I take 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back because of all the bullshit that's out of my control. All the YouTube shit, the trolling, everything that negatively affects me, I can't fix it. So it really doesn't even make any sense to say, oh, here's the next big thing I want to do, and then it never happens, right? So I'd rather just get to the point where maybe things get better and then deal with that rather than looking ahead, and then I never get to it. All right? Tanamount did a 100-bit cheer, thank you. And Framework did a 10-bit cheer as you're getting older, man. Good game. We all get older, folks. I'm not super old, at least, but we all get older, right? Alright, and Mort does a $2 troll tip, and he says he wants me to bring back the JRPGs and visual novels for Patreon's choice. No, not now. Maybe later, not now. Shout out to All Yeah, who just subscribed to the channel with Twitch Prime. Thank you, All Yeah. Alright. Alright. So last but not least, folks, I will just forewarn you. Yesterday we had some issues with DDoS attacks. We may have issues today with DDoS attacks. I can't really control it at this point. The only surefire way for me to prevent a DDoS attack would be to change my IP. Sadly, Comcast does not allow you to do that easily or quickly. I know that sounds really stupid, but it's the God's honest truth. I know this from 2 years ago. So if I get DDoS attacked and knocked off the internet today a couple times, it happens. Hopefully they'll just stop doing it after a certain amount of time so that we can enjoy Call of Duty together. Keep in mind, I have no idea who's doing it. Someone who I don't know, who I've never personally met, who I've never, done anything to harm. I don't know why they're doing it. It would be nice if they would come out and actually try to explain logically, but bottom line is I don't think there's logic behind it to begin with. I just want to enjoy Call of Duty. I had a lot of fun playing this yesterday and trying to get better at it. So maybe we won't get attacked today. Whatever. Bottom line is I'm probably going to have to change my IP no matter what. It's just that I don't have time right now. You know, my days are booked. Maybe if it keeps happening, maybe this week at some point, I'm just going to have to put my foot down and call Comcast again and have a tech come out here and swap modems and get me a new IP again. As stupid as it is. It is what it is. It's life. That's what I mean. There's no reason for me to even get, like, frustrated about it. Because it is what it is. I already know what it is. I know how to fix it. It's just a frustrating, time-consuming thing to fix it. So, whatever. Alright, final shout-outs. Golden Colts did another 100-bit cheer. He says, you don't have to read this one, but I just did. Oops. And between a cock and a hard place. Just did a $5 tip. Thank you. And he says, my cock is ready. Let's do our duties. Ugh. Oh, my God. That doesn't sound right. Alright, everybody, are we ready? Alright, let's do it. Let's play more. Like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is actually try to customize my build again. Use my unlocks or whatever to see what I can get, maybe some new guns. And then we'll go from there. Fair enough? Alright, thank you, and here we go.